low budget.
maybe like, hey, just get some binoculars. This flag's fine, babe. Don't worry. All right, you want to open one of these? You want to open one of these? Here. You open this one. Are you ready? Go.
Yeah, I'm not.
Go. Go. You can open it.
But I'm not doing it live.
I guess you guys are wondering why James is looking so dapper today. Stick around and you will find out. What's up? Welcome, Sailing Zingaro.
Hi, I'm Kim.
All right, we got to change that intro. That intro sucks. What's up? We're live and we're coming in from, where are we? Vacaville, California, at my brother's place. I'm sorry for the light. I'm sorry for the low quality, but at least we got good internet. And we are leaving in like 2 days, so I thought it would be cool to show you guys. One, we have two big announcements. We have two big announcements. We got a new sponsor, awesome, and we got some new cruising plans. We're going to go over the cruising plan. I'm going to show you guys a map, and then we're going to show you tell you what we did to get the boat ready. And at the very end, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but somebody told me unboxing videos are fun. People like that, so we're going to show you everything we're bringing back from the States for our boat, which would help out like maybe a potential cruiser that is cruising and doesn't really know what to bring back. I don't honestly know why. I think people like to see me unwrapping crap. What do you think about that?
I think it's bullshit.
I think you should unwrap this.
Who gave this to us?
Sneak
Noah,
peek.
right?
Yeah, this is from Noah Sachs. This is one of our oldest and best patrons. Thank you, Noah. Oh, yes! Sweet! Dude, we needed that! Hell yeah!
Cool, it's a fillet knife.
It's a Rapala knife.
Oh, that's really
Show
awesome.
the viewers at home.
Cool.
Yeah! We don't have a fillet
We
knife.
totally forgot buying one,
Someone
too.
dropped it in the water.
I did? No. You broke it.
I might have broken it.
You tried to fillet a trigger and broke it. Thank you, Noah. It's awesome.
Dude, he sent us another one. Do you want to open it just real quick?
No, I'm not opening it.
Okay. So, first big announcement. We are going to Easter Island, dude. Crazy. Yes.
Didn't you put that in a title? How do you expect people to be surprised at this point?
Oh, that's right. Thanks for ruining it.
Sorry.
Anyway, we're going to Easter Island. It's a really big deal. It's our longest sail of our lives. No, seriously, we're super excited. And it's been like 3 months we've been getting the boat ready and replacing freaking everything and we're so broke. So, let's see. Should we talk about what we're doing to the boat yet, or should I make the second announcement?
The second.
Oh, it is part of it. How about this? Announcement number 2, we are getting a water maker from Spectra Watermakers. We're getting sponsored by Spectra. So I put out a live stream and like 500 people watched it, but it was a shit show. It was like laggy and crazy from Ecuador, and we just deleted it. So this is the actual announcement. I'm sorry if you heard this before already. We're getting sponsored by Spectra. Just for full disclosure, the way that we're doing it with Spectra, I love Spectra Watermakers. We contacted them. They did not contact us. We've been hounding them for like a year. And I used to work as a water jet technician for a company that makes water jets, which cuts like metal and granite and stuff. And it's kind of the same technology. It's a piston-driven pump with 2 plungers. And they have a patent on this actual design. It's called a Clark pump. And it's the most efficient, best for solar power. It's like the best water maker you can get. Plus, their everything that I've researched is their customer service is second to none. So I'm super like overly excited. And what we're gonna do for them is we're gonna do 4 videos. We're gonna give them 100 pictures, and we're gonna mention them on our social media once or twice a month for the next year. So you're gonna see a lot of Spectra. The really cool part, you guys, is that we're going to the factory to pick it up tomorrow. And we got some new lenses for our camera, and we're gonna like film the manufacturing process, interview the people that make them. So if you have any questions for Spectra, put them down here, and I will ask them to them tomorrow. That way, in the video, when I do the installation video, it's gonna be like mind-blowingly sick, dude. I'm gonna have like pictures of the manufacturing process while I'm installing it, and show you guys how it works, and have like SolidWorks. They give me SolidWorks drawings of how it's work. Dude, I'm so excited. I think I peed myself a little. So that's just one of the things that we've done to get the boat ready for Easter Island. It's 2,200 nautical miles from Ecuador, where we currently are, and I'll show you on a map in a minute. But let's talk about what we did to get the boat ready first. So right now, if you guys didn't know, we're a little ahead in the series. I'm sorry, we're a little behind in this series. We're a little ahead of the series, and we are in Ecuador. So we've already gone through Costa Rica and visited Isla del Coco on the way to Ecuador, which was amazing. Wait till you see these videos. You did a really good job on those.
Thank you.
Stupid good. So, Watermaker.
Become a Patreon if you want to see the videos. They're out already for our patrons.
Yeah.
Like and a little plug-in here.
Look at this. Look what I made.
Cool.
Oh, look at that. We're all professional. Like, kind of professional, I guess. We also got new chain, which was a pain in the ass in Ecuador. It took forever. It was a huge pain in the ass. It was really expensive. And it's not galvanized, so it's only going to last like, I don't know, a year, maybe two. And
it's going to get everything rusty.
It's going to get everything so rusty. But that's all I could get, so, take it or leave it. We're getting new road, 300 feet of road, 140 feet of chain, because the anchorage is, Easter Island is like a volcano. It's like the top of a volcano, and it's pretty much straight down when you get to the edge of the island, and you have to anchor in like 60 feet of water. So proper anchoring is 5-to-1 scope from the depth of the water. So better is even 7-to-1. So 60 feet times 7 is 420. So 140 feet of chain plus 300 feet of road is 440. It's all math. It's really difficult. It's really hard. Sailing is hard. It's lots of math. You have to be smart.
James.
Oh, sorry.
Came to the topic.
We also rigged up a parachute anchor and a warp drogue, so I can take one of my anchors and throw it behind the boat with 400 feet of line, so it will slow us down, or I can hook a 9-foot parachute onto it, and it can keep us bow into the waves if we get into some really gnarly crap. This is way advanced stuff, and stuff I've never even done, but I have it all rigged up and it's ready to go, and I have a bridle set up for it. I mean, I'm being as safe as possible for this. So everything is rigged. It's in the cockpit lazarette. I moved everything out of the cockpit lazarette.
Yeah, that's good.
So we could have that rope back there. It's a dedicated line too, which is good because I don't have to go up front and get in the anchor locker and take my secondary anchor line off. I have 400 feet of line in the primary, 400 feet for the secondary, and 400 feet for the anchor and / drogue. We can't have an anchor and a drogue at the same time, but you'd never do that.
Okay, you want to go to the questions that people have, like, how is Zingaro going to survive the trip to Easter Island, blah, 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 all that stuff that all those assholes always ask.
There is no, what is the word? Get in the...
have you been working out, James? No, he has not, but
yes,
he
I have.
looks great in this shirt, doesn't he?
I have been working out.
Thank you.
These are my pecs. These are my guns. Welcome to the gun show. Let's see. No whispering during the intro. Let's see. It's on time today.
Yeah, it is.
Keep sailing on. I got the same knife. Why is your boat called Gypsy? Oh, that's a good question. So Zingaro was called Zingaro because when I bought the boat, it was named Zing, and I didn't like the name, so I changed it and I kind of just added to it and made it Zingaro, which means gypsy in Italian. But it was like the professional gypsies that would come into your town and not steal your shit, and they'd play guitar and put on theater shows. And I thought, since I'm a musician, I would like to integrate some of that into this channel. This is before I started the channel. I think that name fit, and I thought it sounded cool, man. Zingaro is different, at least. Although I should have named it like Bad Kitty or something where it was easy to remember, because every time I tell somebody, they're like, "What? Zingaro with an S?" Or they never remember, or they have to spell it out for them. It's just such a pain.
It's okay. It's a nice name for the boat, though.
Yeah, but it's not a nice name for the YouTube channel. It's kind of
maybe
stupid. Not. Easter Island, yes. When, for you guys, it's probably not going to show up for about a year, maybe 8 months. And if you want the all the videos, we're gonna make videos on the way when we get there. Underwater stuff. We've upgraded our camera equipment. We've upgraded our GoPro equipment.
Yeah.
Our underwater stuff. Apparently, there's an underwater moai. Like the moai are the big statues with the hats on, the like 80-ton statues. There's one underwater, dude. So we're gonna go down there and take a picture with it, like fully closed. Or
You'll see that, you know, on Instagram or whatever earlier. If you follow us there, or on Facebook, James is managing the Facebook account. I have an Instagram account where we kind of keep you up to date. Not really good at that, but better than nothing, right? And another question, or something I saw in the comments, another comment was, let's go back
You
here.
like that? Am I distracting?
Freshwater means you have no limits on where you can go now. That's exactly it, because there's
Dude.
some really, really awesome places in the South Pacific where there's just no way of getting fresh water. They're either completely inhabitable, or the people that live there are even sparse with water because they only have they can only catch it, you know, with a rain catchment. So this is really, yeah, we're pretty much limitless now.
So this, I
that's
need
a
to
good
switch to the other screen so I can see. So this is what we use for water now. This is what most people use. Some of them have handles. This is a nice one. It has a nice handle.
Yeah, and it's clean.
And it's clean.
This one is very thin. It's actually not a nice one.
Yeah, this one would get beat up or a hold.
Yeah.
But we have like 7 of these, and then a bunch of other tanks. We have like 40 or 50 gallons in tanks. So we have to schlep these in our dinghy. And like I've had to go into cisterns with like a 2-quart pitcher and like go into the pitcher and under somebody's house and drain it in here. It's just, this is gonna change our lives.
Yeah, exactly. And the Line Islands, for example, the Society Islands, there's like no way of getting water. So yeah, it extended our range by, you know, a lot.
A lot. That's another thing we can talk about.
Yeah,
is,
like
is
6 months or so.
Is the range was also extended by our decision to we're getting 4, actually we've already bought them, 3-gallon tubs that used to be canola oil, and we're filling them, what are they, rice, quinoa,
rice, beans,
and flour. No.
Rice, beans.
Rice, beans, masa, and flour.
Yeah, whatever.
We need to get another one for quinoa, babe.
Okay.
Let's talk about what else we've done. We've purchased a man overboard strobe. So that's one of those big, like they hold one of those big 6-volt lantern batteries. You chuck it in the water and it's weighted on the bottom, and it strobes and it drifts with the man overboard. So just in case Kimmy kicks me off, maybe she'll throw that in.
I don't think that makes much sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Either one or the other. I'll kick you in or I'll save you.
I've replaced all of the weather stripping for all of the hatches on the whole boat, and I've tied them down with ropes. I'm gonna make a video about this. What's the word? Video about this, and I've got it all ready to go. And it's like a sailboat hack. So what I did was I took a piece of flat air conditioning insulation. You can buy either those tubes that go over the tubes or the flat stuff that goes in the ducting. And it's really cheap. And you just take a razor blade and score it into 1-inch pieces. And then that can be your weather stripping. It doesn't last forever, but nothing does on a boat.
Yeah, that was an awesome hack. I hope he's going to make a video about that for you guys, because we saved so much money. In the marine store, per foot, they wanted like $3 or something crazy.
Yeah.
And the whole mattress or the whole pad that you bought for that,
$20.
It was like $20, and we can do the whole boat like 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
So I basically spent, it's twice. We can do the whole boat twice with that pad. I spent $10 instead of $250 on weather stripping. Luke! Thanks, buddy.
Luke is paying us. Luke, you don't have to pay us.
Luke, stop paying us and give me those dead eyes.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, can I show them the picture? I have it on this of your new dead eyes, because I'm really jealous.
Secret.
I'm so jealous. You let me know. It's gonna take you a minute. Dave's here.
What?
Dave, our moderator. Everybody say hi to Dave. We love Dave. The Vizier. Let's see. What else do we get? We got a new drone. Oh, you know what? That's going to come in the unboxing. We haven't even seen our drone yet, but one of our patrons, Joe Zizerk. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Joe. I always.
Brzezinski.
Bazinski.
Joseph, whatever.
Joseph, dude, you were the man. So Joseph, this is what happened. He bought a bunch of stuff for us on Amazon, and I don't know, I didn't update my address, and I was like, oh crap, it's not going to go to the right place. And I was like, Joe, where's that going? And he was like, I'm just going to cancel it, dude. You guys are a shit show. You let me know when you're ready. And so we were like, shit, dude. We're like, you know, I can't win here. And then Joe was like, hey, I just heard you guys got your drone stolen. I have one I don't use. I'm just going to send it to you. So I'm going to unbox that later, and I'm super excited to see it. Thank you, dude. Huge gift. And yes, our drone got stolen, and so did our radio got cut, and they tried to steal the lorem, and they broke the boat. Yeah, that's crap. But that's how it goes. So we also got a new forestay, which I will unbox that right now, because that's something that if you're going to go out to sea and you're going to be out there for a while, you're probably going to have to replace your rigging, and the forestay can't be synthetic. So check this out. This is crazy. The forestay actually came in this box. It's like less than 2 feet. It's heavy, but there it is. That's my new forestay. Wow. Okay, so this is the crazy part. Listen to this. So in Ecuador, where we're at right now, it is impossible to just go from place to place. I have to actually check out of the country and then check back into the country just to move to a different city inside the country. So to get to a dock to do the forestay, I have to pay $200 and then $300 to come back in and check in with the marina, and then $200 marina fee, and then whatever the marina costs per day. So yeah, we're not doing that. What we're going to do is we're going to beach the boat and then take the forestay off, because when you're replacing the forestay and you have a furler, you actually have to take the whole thing off as one piece, unclip the bottom, pull it forward, and have somebody kind of walk it away from the boat while you lower it down the mast. It's going to be interesting. I hope that...
To say the least, yeah.
So just beaching the boat is one thing, but beaching the boat and then getting the forestay replaced and back on the boat before the water comes back, it's going to be a stressful day, dude.
Yeah, but that is the first thing we have to do when we go back to the boat, because we're handicapped now. We can't sail anywhere because we messed the forestay up already.
That's right.
So I saw a question there. Did you guys end up getting your sails cut? I think Mike, what was his name? No, Mike, we did not cut the sails, even though I was like insisting and telling James he should just cut that roach off, just right off the sail. But the truth is that with this mainsail with a big roach like that, we're able to point way higher than we were before. And since for some reason that nobody knows, we seem to always beat into the weather, we don't ever go downwind. So that is big. That is really... What?
My fault. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess if you want to go to places
that are out of the way, you have to beat. You have to beat. We hardly ever go downwind, but when we do, and we get to get the spinnaker up, it's such
beautiful. Yeah,
beautiful
we should have taken some pictures out of that, some videos for that. But you'll see it. You'll see it soon. We'll be using the spinnaker.
And to add on to that, Luke from Kraken, you can see his logo there. You can visit his Facebook page. It's
Kraken Structures.
Kraken Structures, or just Google Sea Monster Strong, and you'll get to him. He gave us a cascading system to give us some like 9 inches of play in both the backstays. So I installed that system, and now I can completely use the sails as long as they're not fully up. They have just too much roach. I actually have to get a system where I can take the backstays and pull them up towards the mast and get them completely out of the way, one at a time. in order to use that. And that's ultimately what I'm going to do. But right now they work fine. And the sail is so big that we have to reef after like 13 or 14 knots anyway.
Oh, for sure.
So it's not that big a deal. If the sail's fully up and we're beating in 10 knots or 15 knots of wind, we don't really need... We've figured it out for now. And for Easter Island, it's going to be fine. We're happy with the sails. Ullman did a good job. It wasn't really their fault. I mean, I don't want to blame, and I don't want to place blame.
You don't have to. Let's...
Ultimately, it was the first time I bought sails, and I was naive, and it was just something that happened, and it's something that happens with boats, and you can't dwell on, getting so upset about it. I was just pissed in that video. I'm surprised that we got that on tape, but I'd been waiting 7 months, dude. If you were waiting 7 months and paid $7,000 for a new toy and it came and it didn't work, you'd be freaking pissed too, dude.
Yeah, and look at the sails that we were sailing before, It was not that we wanted to have new sails. We needed those things to, go wherever we wanted to go. It was also the last money.
And that wasn't the only problem.
Let's see some more. Oh, sorry. Let's see some more questions.
The jib didn't have the right cut, and the spinnaker was actually the wrong color. I got it in gold to match her bikini, but they sent me yellow. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That's like way in the past. We're totally over it, and we figured it out. Oh, also we got new solar panels, which the last live stream when I did one with Luke from Kraken, you guys should watch that if you haven't. Me and Luke did a live stream about Dyneema. I love Dyneema. And it was really awesome, and we ended up getting all of our solar panels paid for, so we bought 3 new solar panels. Boom, done.
So John wants to know how you're gonna power those water makers, and aren't they energy hogs? I think was the question. The word hogs. Yeah.
So the water maker uses 9 amps per hour, which is not a lot. Was it 9 amps? This water maker, actually, you know what? Let's go to the Spectra website. I have it up on here, and we will look together. Okay, so this is the Spectra website. I'm going to go to products. I'm going to go to marine, and I'm going to show you guys which one we're getting.
Hey, and we're not plugging them yet. You don't even know.
Oh wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're super excited about this. So what we're getting is the Ventura 150.
C.
Oh, was it on here?
Yeah.
Oh. This Ventura 150C.
Wow, it's huge compared to the other ones.
Well, it's just got some this one, the difference is this one's got some automatic flushing features, and this is the one they wanted to promote.
There you go.
So this is what they use. Yeah, 9 amps. And it makes 6.3 gallons an hour for 9 amps. That is I think it is the most efficient water maker. I'm going back to my old job. I think it's the most efficient water maker in the world. I haven't done all of the research yet. I will do that before I put out that official video. But Spectra is like one of the most efficient water makers in the world. It's one of the only ones you can run on solar, completely on solar. So right now we have 300 watts of solar, and each solar panel at peak hours makes 6 amps. So they never make 100%. Usually they make like 80%. So let's say 5 amps, but I've got 3, so they're making 15 amps at noon with the sun right above them.
We'll have to run it during the day.
I'm going to run it for an hour a day when the sun is up, or every other day, and hopefully that'll work. Water makers are one of those things where you have to kind of baby and you have to use a lot, and I'll get all that information tomorrow, and just look for that information. I don't want to give you guys the wrong stuff, but this is a badass water maker. It's a $9,000 water maker. It's one of the best ones made today. So we're super, super excited.
Okay, there is Brad Johnson. He's asking, you doing a crossing in a catamaran? Yes, we do, because that's the only boat we have. And
do you have a monohull we can borrow? Big steel one, just for this one?
Yeah, a big aluminum monohull, like a big Hans Christian would be nice, like a 43 maybe.
We have done
52.
Together, we have been like 16,000 miles. So this 2,000 miles is, yes, it's the Pacific, yes, it's open ocean,
and yes, it's big.
And yes,
it's
it's
long,
big.
and it's always riskful to go on an
Yeah.
open ocean crossing like that. But the boat is okay, and catamarans are very safe boats comparatively. You should listen to, what is his name, Jim Brown.
Jim
He's
Brown,
really
yeah,
doing
baby. You're
awesome.
so awesome. Don't leave me hanging.
Because because of the name drop right now.
Yeah, you're just cool, man.
Okay, so he's making a really cool podcast about. He's a promoter of, multi-hulls, trimarans, and catamarans, and he's explaining why he thinks that is really the safer option. You should listen to that. I mean, he's obviously very biased because he's a huge fan, but yeah, it's interesting.
So Michael Gregory says a 2-cycle mixed gas generator will do it. Will power the Watermaker. Yes, and actually, it'll do it better. If you get a gas generator to power a Watermaker, it'll make more water per hour and whatever. The problem with this is it needs a through hole, a big through hole to suck the water up. And if you get air into a Watermaker, like with a catamaran that's going really fast, it'll end up messing up the membrane of the Watermaker. So that's a problem. Plus gas, dude. I had a boat burned down. This is my 5th boat. I know you guys all think I'm an idiot, but this is my 5th boat. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know boats, and I had a boat burned down from a guy that I paid some money to fix my engine. And while I was at work at the water job, I got a call from my buddy in the marina, and he said, "Dude, you got to get down here right now. Your mast is down."
Okay, but apart from your boat burning down,
I don't want
trauma.
Well,
we didn't have endless gas when we were in the Society Islands, but we do have to edit videos and do all that stuff. We need electricity, and for the Watermaker, obviously. So gas would really be a limiting factor at that point, and it's making our water. It keeps us alive. So why don't just let Mother Nature do it with sun? And it's so clean.
Dave says, are you bringing some emergency epoxy repair supplies, including underwater epoxy? Absolutely yes. I have 3 gallons of West System, and I would tell everybody that has a boat, if it's a fiberglass boat, you need a gallon of West System epoxy on your boat, at least. I don't know where I bought that. At Cayman Islands, I think. Where did I get that 3 gallons of it?
I don't know.
I have like a gallon and a half left. I use a lot. I use more than 1 gallon per year, depending on how much shit I hit. I'm just kidding, but not really.
I'm listening. Sorry.
Yeah, we underwater epoxy actually saved my boat. Underwater setting epoxy. I mean, I'm being kind of melodramatic. My bilge pump could have kept up with it. But when I ended up grounding the boat on my way to Belize, one of the coral heads hit the through hole and pushed it up through the foam, and so it was like pissing water. And I just took a half a stick of that Loctite underwater setting epoxy. It's kind of like clay, like Play-Doh, and you mush it together, and then I put it around that. It almost stopped it completely. It was just dripping after that. So I would definitely recommend everybody. Yeah, have that. And obviously we're having that.
Okay, what else were you going to talk about? You want to go back to the talking part? To the unboxing thing, I mean?
You want to unwrap Noah's other gifts?
I just want you to remember that there was something you wanted to talk about. That's all. So thank you for all the congratulations. Yeah, we're very excited also about the Watermaker and the big journey. And yeah, showers every day. Maybe not every day, but yeah, whenever we want, I
don't stink right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
So let's talk about the status of the boat right now. Where is the boat?
Ecuador, in Bahia Caracash. There's one marina up a river, so it's protected from swell and all that, and it's on 2 moorings, a double mooring, so it's as safe as it possibly gets. There's a night guard and all that stuff, so that's where Zingaro is right now.
It's on two 5,000-pound mooring balls, and we're paying $300 a month for the month we're here in the States for night security and double mooring, which is ungodly cheap. I think when we came through the canal, they were charging us $50 a night, which we didn't pay. So, any other preps we made to the boat?
Yeah, tons, dude.
Oh, we're totally redoing the topside dimples because when a plywood boat is made, sometimes it's made with iron headless nails. There's a name for that. Somebody on here knows it, I'm sure. But then as the boat kind of heats up and cools down and flexes in the sea, those nails start coming out and it starts pushing up through the fiberglass, and then they'll crack through the fiberglass, and then the rain will get in and rot it. So I drilled out like 100 of these fuckers, and I'm filling them with epoxy, and then we're going to paint the top sides. And actually, we got some more shark skin. This is one of the things I was going to show you here. This is great stuff. It's made of polypropylene, and it's non-skid for your boat. But the best thing is when you need to sand it off to repair, it's not sand. It's plastic, so it comes off. And it doesn't ruin the sandpaper because you can't sand with sand. If you get me.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Cool, but
Oh.
join the crew. Look, Robert is not sure if he should become a patron, but you should. Actually, we shouldn't give away what we're gonna send him, right?
Why?
No, I think we should not.
Okay.
We should just get it.
Become
a Patreon, dude. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we give you guys like a lot of cool stuff. We're making like 150 things right now that we're sending out before we leave.
So if any patrons are watching, I think we reminded you yesterday, but update your address on Patreon. Make sure it's on there, because if there's no address, we're not going to send you anything, okay?
Dave says, is Kim in charge of the provisioning? Hell fucking yes, dude.
I am in what? Okay, and you do the cooking or?
No,
what?
you're in charge of the provisioning. You like handle that part.
Okay.
You're good at that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, as Jen said already, like those 5-gallon boxes full of flour to make some bread and pancakes and all that stuff and beans, like really basic stuff that you really don't want to run out of. Because if you're out of beans, you know that you fucked up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That'd be scary.
Oh, I got a question for you guys. Since there's 300 of you guys on here now, that's awesome. I think.
Hi. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
My question is, should I or should I not take the time to beep out my swearing? You guys know I was ex-Navy. I was a submariner. Only men on the submarine in those days, and in those days. And,
yeah.
And I don't know.
I think it's ridiculous because we swear.
Yeah.
So what? If somebody doesn't like how we talk.
Well, the only thing is like for kids,
listening.
you know, like if it was a family.
Yeah, but also you shouldn't be hiding swearing in front of kids. If you do it, and they learn from you. If you think that kids shouldn't talk like that, be a better role model. Like beeping it out is so immature.
Okay. I guess I got my answer from Kimmy. Let's see what
just ask me in the first place.
That's awesome. Okay, so rigging. Last question I think we're going to take. Rigging is doing awesome. We're, like I said, replacing the forestay with metal, steel, because you really can't see underneath the shroud of the forestay, because what happens when you have a furler is the furler turns and it's got a bearing on the bottom and a bearing on the top, and then it's got a big like aluminum tube that goes up, and it spins around the stay, and so it's connected on the top and bottom, so you can't see it. You can't see any chafing. You can't see any degradation. So and that's, I would say that the forestay is probably one of your most important stay, the most important stay.
One of the 6 most important.
I think it's the most important stay. The most important stay. I said that like William Shatner. You know who that is? You don't know. Oh.
But point is that it's the only part of rigging that is not exchanged yet, and that it came with the boat, right? It's original.
Yeah.
So it's time to change that.
I think it's time for the unboxing section of the live stream. Before we get to that, though, I'd like to thank Joseph Brzezinski for the drone. I'd like to thank Tom Thompson for
the
GoPro and just being awesome. He's our number one
all our
patron.
Sorry, I tend to do that.
You do it because I do.
Yeah, I think so. And all you other patrons, thank you so much, and all the people that supported us, you know, and over PayPal, or also people that just, comment on our videos and give us ideas and how to do things better, or that like or share our videos. All that is a huge part of what we're doing. I mean, it's the most important part, right? You guys. So thank you. And whoever hasn't heard it yet, we are being sponsored by Spectra Watermakers, and we're going to Easter Island. So everybody that tuned in, now you know it. Oh, and we're James and Kim. Do we have to introduce ourselves on our own YouTube channel? I don't know. But I saw that in other live streams, so I'm just doing it.
If you're Denise Guntard says, if you're counting on YouTube money and they demonetize you for swearing, beep it. If you don't care, swear anyway. I really don't care. I don't even get that money right now.
We make $200 on YouTube per month.
I kind of wish if they demonetized us, we'd completely take ads off our videos.
Yeah, I think we should take ads off.
I don't like ads on videos.
Okay, let's take them off.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything for me except
we'll check the analytics. Bills. Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so here we go. This is Noah Sack's second gift for us. I'm very interested to see what this is.
Where in the world is Zingaro right now? Ecuador. Oh, or what are we doing here? Where in the world is Zingaro? I thought that was a question. Never mind.
Oh, no, that's a hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this? What am I doing? I told you I didn't
this
want
is
to.
This is you don't want to do the unboxing?
Oh, cool.
Oh, no way. They're the real ones. How did he know?
Because of our Amazon wish list, I'm sure.
No way.
Thank you, Noah.
Noah.
Fucking awesome. We talked about that yesterday, that we totally forgot to buy new sailing gloves, and one of our patrons, Noah, just sent us some. So,
dude,
thank you very much. That's really awesome.
He's the man.
Thank
you very much, dude. So the thing about it is, Gil redid their pro gloves, and they made them like this faux leather stuff. And these are the original ones. Yeah, these are like the badass ones.
Are they?
And I have a set of these, and they're still good, but Kimmy doesn't.
You've had them for all the time that I've been on the boat. You've had those gloves.
I've shredded my old ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember in the series, but I like shredded those gloves. And
I think it's episode 9.
And these are the best gloves I've ever had, and now Kimmy has a pair.
Yay!
And she had bought the newer version, and they didn't last very long. We should do more review videos about that kind of crap.
You guys like review videos?
Yeah.
Just put that in a comment
awesome.
and tell us
This is an awesome gift. Thank you, dude.
So Joe is asking, hi Joe, is asking where the girl from the videos is. Her name is Lucy, and she's gonna be in the next few episodes, but she's back in Berlin and studying right now because we're behind on the series. So she's off the boat already. We had a blast together. She was on there for 4 months. She's one of my best friends, and it was really good to share that adventure for us. It was not always easy, because it's not always easy, right? But it was awesome. So that's where she is. Any other questions?
I'm gonna keep unboxing while you're answering questions. This is a very important one.
So
and we didn't have this as a spare before, but we got one now. This is a SureFlow pump for our freshwater, and we're, kind of Leitzenig, which means a little reckless, where we didn't have a freshwater foot pump either, so we're kind of dependent on this to drink and do dishes and stuff. All my other boats had those pumps, and I fucking hated them. It was just a bullshit thing. And now that we have a water maker, we can use as much freshwater as we want. It'd be, oh my god. So anyway, we got a spare. That's awesome. My dad bought this for me. Thanks, Daddy. Appreciate that. These things are expensive. They're like $100.
That was nice of you, Mark. Thanks. So Brooke Taylor's asking, I wonder what Stay fails the most when a mast comes down.
Oh, Jesus.
Nobody, I don't know.
Usually,
you search that.
You know what? I actually do kind of know this. What happens when the mast comes down usually is the check stays at the bottom from the lower spreaders down. They hardly ever fail. And since we have check stays and a baby stay, normally what would happen with a rig like ours is the mast would fail right at the first set of spreaders. Ah. And it fails because it's just too much for the extrusion to take, and then it breaks right off right there where it's because you have 3 stays keeping it right like halfway up, and the top's going like spaghetti noodle, and then it just snaps off. Look at that, dude. 10 terabytes? 10 terabytes. We bought this with the patrons' money. Thank you, patrons. This is huge.
This is gonna store all the footage you're gonna see like in the next half year.
We probably go through,
Huge.
what would you say, 2 terabytes a month? 3?
No, that's too much. I would say like 500 gigabytes on a...
At least a terabyte a month, babe.
Okay, well, a terabyte a month then. Okay, so... Are you getting a bigger boat? No, we're not.
Absolutely
There's
not.
enough work with this one, really.
No, we don't want to. I like Zingaro's a great boat. I don't care what anybody else thinks. You guys aren't on it. I've done so much work to that boat. It's better now than it ever has been. It's ready for this journey.
For sure.
It's a badass boat. It's
we'll
fast.
paint
It's
it,
fun.
and you'll think it's a new boat.
Yeah, it just needs paint.
Yeah, that's what we always say. It just needs paint.
If you ever go to buy a boat and they say, "Oh, that needs nothing but paint," run.
No, actually, don't run. I mean, are you telling them to buy something polished?
I'm just kidding. Dude.
Okay, so when we come into an anchorage, that's probably the most common conversation that we have. Like, oh my God, where did you guys come from? What happened to you?
That's
I'm
not
just
true
joking.
at all. You're such a shit. That's funny though. This stuff all unrolled, but this is... Does anybody know what this is? I bet you half of you guys probably know what this is. This is packing for our gland seal, for our shaft seal. And I could buy it by the foot, or I could just buy a 10-foot roll of it. I've never had a 10-foot roll. I don't think I would go through that like in my life. But it's really hard to get this stuff, so I'm hoping that I can give it away and just like be the guy with that, you know? Because I've had people give me spares that I really needed, like i.e. a piece of this. And by the way, Henry, if you're watching, I love you, dude. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, good stuff.
So Vazo is asking whether we're still drinking suck coffee or not. We are. We've been drinking suck coffee all that time. But the first weekend that we were here in the States, that was like 3 weeks ago, we had a Patreon come together in San Diego. And one of our patrons brought us, because he knew, and his wife, brought us a French press. So we're not gonna drink suck coffee ever anymore. I mean, never say never, but, you know, not for the next months anyways.
Here, look.
So we're gonna guard that thing with our lives, because coffee, other than people think it's not water that's life, it's the coffee. You know, on a long shift in the middle of the night, you're bored because nothing has been happening the last 4 hours. The guy is asleep, so what do? You can't watch a movie because it would ruin your night vision. My iPod is gone, so I can't listen to music, so you can pretty much just drink coffee.
Best thing, this thing is plastic, so I won't break it, because I break everything. And thank you for Rich and Lori. They even sent us a card. They even gave us a card with a cactus.
Yeah.
And you guys are rad. Thank you so much. So we're actually going to drink with a French press now. I think this is going to be like one of our favorite pieces of boat gear.
I bet so. Yeah, it's the little things, really. You know, as long as the boat doesn't fall apart, you're often more worried about your coffee in the morning than, you know, other things.
Not just the damn fan, dude. Shit.
Paul says, need 2 hard drives for backup, 1 will die. You know, we had 2 hard drives die, so tell us about it.
Yeah, we actually have like 7 hard drives now. It's not just that.
Exactly. So the big one is going to be only backup, and then we'll have like 6 terabytes of free space. We'll hope that's going to be enough. It's probably not going to be enough, but that's as good as we were possibly able to get space now and storage. It's hard on a boat, and it's hard to, you know, back up your data if there's no way to buy hard drives. So
this is called a Caframo fan. It doesn't have a guard on it, but when you stick your finger in it, it doesn't hurt you. And they're super, super heavy. This is a heavy for a 12-volt fan because the motor's big. They're made in Canada. They are the best fans for your boat. If you have a boat and it's got any of those crappy little 12-volt fans, they are going to die. Replace them with these. They're like $50. I bought 4 of them because none of our fans work. Ask Cleveland. Wait till you see Cleveland's video.
Dude.
It is so freaking funny, dude.
We should have a code word for people that actually watch this live stream, remember it when they see the video so that they can just, you know, write something under the video so we know that you guys got it.
So we have video. I took video of Cleveland, like crawling through the boat and like ripping his nipple on these rusty bolts that are, he's just trying to like make the fans work. And
that's hilarious.
After all the work, it worked for like an hour and it died again.
Shit, I totally forgot. Oh, somebody, Mr. Professor is suggesting Japan as a destination. Yeah, totally. We want to go sail there. That. But it's pretty far off right now.
Plus, they just got hit last year by a super cyclone, which is like a new weather phenomenon where it's like shit hits the fan cyclone.
Japan?
No. But it was going towards them. It was Guam that got hit, but it was going towards them, and it barely hit like the southern part of Japan. But yeah, maybe not in cyclone season, but I would love to go to Japan. I've been there before.
Sure.
I loved it. So we bought this like a year ago, and it worked on the boat for like 10 minutes. And then we had it, and we were so pissed off with it. We were using it to keep the door open, the top open. I mean, it didn't work for us as a speaker anymore. So, and we ended up getting the, what's it called? The, where they will take it in and give you a new one.
The warranty?
Warranty. And we got a new one. So this is huge. This is all we have for radio. Huge.
So Velocita says she's gonna miss Lucy. Yeah, I know. We're missing her too. But she might come back in her holidays. You know, we're in talks.
She was on the boat for 4 months. She'll be in the series for a long time.
Don't worry about it. I'm just now editing the next episode. We had to give the MacBook in to Apple because there was a bunch of stuff messed up on it. And so we were not able to get any episodes out to you guys, but I started today and it's going to be awesome, and Lucy is very prominent in that video, so here you go, Lucy.
She's such a cutie.
Also, how's the rudders holding up? They're great, yeah.
Rudders are great. I actually bent one of them and bent it back.
Why do you have to tell them that?
Why? What do you mean? It happens. I beached the cat and put down the stairs and let some people off, and when I was backing up, a big wave came and it like hit the rudder, bent it back a little bit, but I pulled it out in the yard, and while we were painting the bottom, I bent it back, and it's double-walled, thick-walled aluminum all the way through the whole rudder. I made it way stronger.
Yeah, I've seen it. I totally trust it. Also, by the way, we lost each rudder once and not like 4 rudders in total because people were confused. So the old rudders got lost. James built 2 new ones, and that's the end of the story.
I'm proud of those rudders. That was some of my better work of my life, I think. Plus, I did one under a palm tree in Cayman Rock.
I think we've all seen that. If you have not seen it, look at that video. You know what episode that is about?
Okay, we got another gift from patrons. This is called. Let me go back to the other screen so I can see what. Yeah, here we go. This is called a friction arm.
Ooh,
this is awesome for the boat. So what you do is you put the camera here. It goes on this little thing, and you can adjust it. And then when you tighten this, it tightens all 3 axes, so nothing moves now. And then you've got a clamp here, a big fat clamp that you can clamp on anything. So basically, you clamp this on, you loosen this up, and then you can move this wherever you want, and it's like a tripod that clamps anywhere on the boat. This thing is going to become in such handy, and you can do moves where you clamp it on and then you just tighten it a little bit and kind of move it. Well, it doesn't really do that. We're gonna have to mess with that.
Yeah, with 2 hands on the camera, I'm sure that's gonna be. So that there's just a little friction, and we can kind of use it as a stabilizer because stabilizer is super expensive. So if you guys want to pitch in for a stabilizer, go to our PayPal. Can you put the PayPal link up there?
Oh, you know what? Dave did.
Okay.
Yeah, he already put it.
Okay.
Thank you, Dave.
I lost my point now. So exactly, we're gonna use that for the tour of the Spectra factory tomorrow, and we're gonna use that for videos for Easter Island. So they're gonna get a hell lot of more professional. We got new lenses too, so we're hoping for some really professional shots, like some really cinematic shots, and yeah.
This is a GoPro dome. We haven't had one yet. They're super cheap, but they're big, and we haven't brought one back to the boat yet. So I think this will be fun to play with. It's one of those ones where you can do like underwater and above water things. And tell him your idea for the intro. Should we tell him?
No.
Should we tell him? No.
That's patrons.
Oh, okay, that's just the patrons. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so what else?
I got a
What do
good
you
one.
guys want to know?
I got a good one here.
How long do you think the passage will take to Easter? About 2 to 3 weeks if everything goes right. But we had people leave from the anchorage we're in right now. I mean, the boat is in right now, to go to Marquesas, and it took them 50 days.
That's retarded.
That's
not gonna take us
retarded.
50
No,
days.
it's not. I'm just saying everything
It's
is possible. And
2,200
it's hard
miles.
to make plans on a boat.
The boat averaged over the last 16,000 miles. It averaged 7 knots, so it's just about 15 days. It's going to be like best case 2 weeks, worst case 3 weeks.
Okay.
Honestly, there's no fucking way it's going to take 50 days to go.
No, I don't think so either.
If it does, we're in trouble, and we're horrible.
No, because I'm going to provision, so we're not going to be in trouble. And if you missed it, we're going to Easter Island.
This is an inverter. We've gone through a bunch of inverters. It just happens on the boat. We had a really good one that was like $1,000 inverter charger thing, and it got hit by lightning and blew up. So now we've just been going through these little ones, and I hate buying things that may die, but it's just a fact of life on a boat that electronics die. So I read that inverters don't like to be run at like 10% nominal wattage. They like to be at like 80%. So we use 2 computers, or we use computers and phone, or we use something, in 400 or 300 watts seems to be the magic number, because we've had one on the boat for like, I don't know, 6 months, more than that, and it's been working fine. So yeah. I've just got an extra inverter that's little, and
critical.
Eventually we'll get a real nice one again, but
you know. As long as we have to replace the rigging and the sails and the solar panels, there's just no money for inverters and shit. So, hi, nice guy. Good to see you.
Hey!
Yeah, fans. If you don't have fans, in Panama, it was just horrible. It was so hot. You don't even believe how hot it was. So, that's going to be nice.
What's up, buddy? Hey, if you guys don't know...
A few people asked the name of the fan. Do you know?
Yeah. It's called a... I'll show you the box. It's called Ultimate 757 Caframo. And
we got the best fans ever.
Yeah.
I mean, we got them, the most expensive ones anyways.
We did a lot of research. Cruisers Forum. That's where I do all my research.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So we got those that cruisers trust, because if they go out in the middle of nowhere, you don't have fans for and we don't have air conditioning or a fridge to have like a iced water or something. We're just gonna be hot forever. So
this is an anchor roller, a bow roller, and it's made of Delrin plastic. I've had 2 of these go, just because we don't have a windlass anymore, and what'll happen is the chain will start wearing away on one side, and then it'll be lopsided, and as soon as that happens, it doesn't roll anymore. It just starts to wear down all the way to the bolt that's holding it in, and then you got to throw it away. So I'm hoping these will last longer. I hate plastic, but in certain situations, especially the chain, I think this will be better.
So yeah, that's what we spend our money on so far.
We're so broke because of this crap.
Yeah. So it's really a lot of very good investment, a lot of stuff that had to be done for, a longer time now. So we are actually back in the country. We're actually back in the States just for a wedding, for James's brother's wedding, and we just said, okay, we're gonna get all this stuff now before we head over to Pacific, because it's supposed to be so expensive over there that and a few things you cannot get. So we spent all our money on everything we could get our hands on, basically.
This is a Fortress anchor that Luke gave us when we went to go visit him off of his it's actually, his was a Catalina 22, but this is a good size anchor for my boat for a secondary anchor. We rig it up, it's light. These are badass anchors, and you cannot get them anywhere else in the world except if you pay double. So the FX, this is an FX11, the FX23, which is a little bit bigger than this. I saw that in Ecuador for $600. And I'm not paying $600 for a damn Danforth anchor. But this is an awesome gift. Thank you again, Luke. You're the man.
So Bob says we should go to Pitcairn after Easter Island, and that is our plan. So yay!
Oh yeah, we should show
follow
them out.
history. Yeah, do the map if you want to. So.
Okay, guys, ready for this? This is the map. This is our plans. So I'm gonna transition to Google Earth real quick, and then, so there's Florida. This is where we bought the boat. This is Florida, and this is Pine Island. Almost exactly where this pin is where I bought the boat. And then we went out that little cut that's right to the west of that. And then we went down to the Keys, to Cuba, to Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Mexico, and ultimately where we're at now is Panama.
We're in Ecuador.
In the series.
Oh, okay.
So,
second sure.
What we're doing now? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I meant to do.
No, this is also not what you meant to do.
Yeah, it is. So this is Isla del Coco. So we ended up going all the way up the coast of Costa Rica, going to Isla del Coco, and then going to Bahia Caraquesh, which is over here. This is Ecuador. This is where we're at now. So now we're going to go to Easter Island, which is way far. And then
it looks kind of...
The preceding dots are Pitcairn, Gambier, and Austral Islands. And then after Austral Islands, we have the choice of either going to New Zealand, which is down, to get out of the hurricane season, or I'm sorry, the cyclone season, or from Austral, I'll go back to Austral, we can go to Hawaii via the Line Islands, which are right there. We're just passing them now. Okay, they're gone. And ultimately, if we go to Hawaii, we would go up to the west coast of the States and go to Puget Sound, where I was born.
And meet you guys.
And meet you guys, and then just do the whole west coast of the States down to about Cabo, and then we would see Clarion, Clipperton, and go through the northern part of the South Pacific, Marquesas, Society Islands, Tuamotu. So we would do this like stupid figure eight weird thing, but we'd see everything in this coast of the Pacific. Now these are lofty goals, but these are what we want to do. Yeah,
as you probably have figured already, we're really bad at making decisions. Like, should we go to Easter Island or Hawaii? So we just made this plan so we could stuff everything in there and also be safe from the cyclone season, because, from the cyclones, I mean, because people do stuff like leaving your boat in the Marquesas, which is in the hurricane belt or the cyclone zone, and they just leave it there and kind of, pray, because it barely gets hit, but we're just not up for anything like that.
Dude, Mr. Professor says, spray the inside of the inverter lightly with acrylic clear coat and it will prevent corrosion. That is a really good idea. That's what I'm going to do on both of them. Great idea, dude. Thank you, Mr. Professor. There's a reason they call him Mr. Professor. Hey! It's Billy. What's up, Tulas of the Summer? Fuck yeah, dude. If you guys don't know Tulas on the Summer, awesome YouTube channel. I love Billy. He's got the same boat as me. Everybody's voting Pacific Northwest. We would really like to do that. So the goal right now is to do Easter Island, Pitcairn, Gambier, Austral Islands, and then go up to the Line Islands, Hawaii, and then back over and do the west coast of the United States. Now, there's two problems with this plan. One, the plans always change. You can't really have a plan that far out. And two, I hate cold water. And the whole west coast of the United States has a current running down from Alaska, and it's freaking freezing.
Yeah, so we might not do that. But it's a
plan I would really like to show you the States and to have like months in the States with you and to show you the Puget Sound. Like, it's so beautiful up there. Plus, we have a lot of friends that we could stay with. Plus, we could meet the patrons. We could meet these guys. I mean,
you know the advantages. I do know.
I think those pros outweigh the cons.
Okay. So, hi, Going Green. What's up? Good to see you live too. Yeah. And, Pine Island. People didn't know that. I thought people didn't know that. People, get your shit together. How can you not know where he bought the boat?
Yeah, that
Watch
was
the episodes.
way long ago. No one wants to see that episode.
Oh,
you didn't edit the episode. You're not in the episode. I'm chopped liver over here.
Ah, stop.
Yeah, you need a heater over there. That's exactly right.
What happened with those crazy huge sales? So we talked about that in the beginning of the live streams, but of the live stream. But just to make it short, we did not cut the roach, and we got what are those backstays? Adjustable backstays from Kraken Structures. He's on here live, so you can just head over to his YouTube channel or his Facebook and check it out. James did not make a video on that yet, but there will be a video, so just look out for that.
I have it like half done. I just wanted to make sure it all worked before I put it out, because I made the mistake of putting the solar panel video out, and then the solar panels just died on me. So I told everybody, these are great. And then now I'm eating my sock. You eating my foot? Is that the correct term?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got my foot in my mouth because they're crap. So I have to go back and make another one. And so that's pretty much everything we're bringing back. The last thing that we're bringing is a box of stuff for a guy there, a local guy that we befriended, Nunez. If you watch, much love, brother. He helped us get our solar panels. He helped us get around in Guayaquil, which is the southernmost, biggest city in Ecuador. And we're bringing a bunch of crap back for him. Like, he was like, man, my dog's sick. I need some stuff for my dog and a heat gun for my surfboards and stuff. So, of course, I'm like, dude, yeah, I love puppies.
So Glenn is asking, is there anything you have done to prevent another lightning strike? So, Glenn, tell us about how we can prevent. Maybe you can send a prayer up there for us that we're not going to get hit again. But the truth is that parking to a big mountain is pretty much the only way you can, lower your chances of getting hit. But if you're out to sea and a storm comes up, you're very likely to get hit. And that's just the truth of it.
You know what's crazy, though? I'll tell you guys. I have had lightning hit like 100 yards from the boat. How it didn't go down that 52-foot mast and it didn't conduct it over to us, I have no idea.
I'm telling you, it rained so much that the lightning just went through the water in the rain. You know what I mean?
That's insane.
I bet. So Glenn, we heard about people that put those things you put on cars and put those cables. You put them on top of the mast and then throw them in the water. No,
not on top. You just clip it to the mast and then chuck the other end in the water.
Oh, okay. So, but we didn't do that.
There's nothing we can do. Sorry. Are you taking a satellite phone? No, but we're taking a DeLorme, which is kind of the same thing, and it's got an SOS button on it, so it's like an EPIRB, and it's got unlimited texting and weather data. So actually, DeLorme, that's a great company. We should be sponsored by DeLorme. We spend $50 a month for unlimited texting and SOS capability. They've saved a lot of lives, mostly like climbers and hikers and stuff.
Yeah, they did.
But that gives us a second EPIRB. So we have an EPIRB, we have the DeLorme kind of EPIRB thing, satellite messenger thing, and then man overboard thing, harnesses, tethers, the parachute drogue, the warp to go out the back, two big anchors with lots of rodent chain, new sails, new rigging, new forestay. I went over the whole boat and redid all, fixed any rot that was in the boat. We just did the bottom and fixed the bottom. It's the boat is tough, dude. Both the dagger boards are new, both the rudders are new. It's a brand new boat.
Yeah.
Except that we've been using it. All right. Are sails fit for the trip? Yeah, the sails are great.
Sails are good.
What happened to Australia? Angus, he's here. Buddy, we're going to get to Australia. I want to go to Australia. When I was a little kid, I used to fake an Australian accent when the substitute teacher came in. And I know that's really bad. You're going to kill me for that. Maybe get me a beer in me. I might do that better. But I've always, my whole life, wanted to go there. Never been.
I look, Lucy's on the live stream.
No way, Lulu.
Boop, boop.
Lulu's here.
I wanted to Skype with her, but she didn't answer me on Facebook.
Okay.
That is the truth, Lucy. So I can just, if you're online and I am online, I could just go upstairs and Skype with you now.
Oh, the drone, dude.
What?
Yes, I need to unlock the drone. This is what I've been waiting for. Oh. Yeah, dude, I can't wait for this. Yo, we waited for you guys for this. We haven't even seen this yet. Thank you, Joseph.
he's on here right now.
Yeah,
Is that
he
it?
is.
Oh, cool. Hi, Joseph.
Damn, I can't believe I almost forgot that.
Lucy, ich gehe gleich nach oben, aber er hat jetzt ja gerade den Computer, verstehst du? Ist so ein bisschen blöd dann. Okay. Yeah.
Ah! Get out of the way!
Christ, how are we supposed to get this bag? It's huge.
It's in a pelican case, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's a pelican.
That is awesome. You know what that means? It's not going to get all crappy. Whoa! Look at that.
Holy shit.
That's like way more pro than what we had before.
Yeah. Look
Cool.
at all the batteries now.
So it's an advanced. So it's basically the same drone we had before, but it does 2.7K instead of 4K. Whoa. This is really nice, dude. Sweet.
Thank you, Joseph.
You're the man, dude.
Cool.
Really appreciate that.
Really awesome. That's huge. Because we just would have not gotten a drone and all the Easter Island footage without a drone. Like, come on. So, yeah. Thanks. Cool, dude.
So excited about this.
Yeah. We'll get shots of the moais and all that stuff.
Can't wait, man. Easter Island drone footage and underwater footage is going to be insane. All right, guys. I think we're going to go now. It's been about enough time bullshitting with you. We love you. Thank you for watching our channel. We really appreciate it. We can't wait to bring you some really cool stuff. Coming up is the Cocos Island footage and all of the Ecuador footage. We went through the whole coast of Ecuador kind of illegally because it was like kind of a gray area, but I don't think you're going to see much of this footage from anytime soon. And we went through every single island in Ecuador. And then we're leaving for Easter Island like February 10th, let's just say something like that. We don't have a definite date set because we got to do a lot of stuff. Install the Watermaker, make the Watermaker video, replace the forestay, and get the road. But after that's done, we're heading out, and it's just going to be epic. So wish us luck. Fair winds to you guys. We love you. Peace out. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Dave, really, for moderating this. Hello, Lulu. Thank you, Joe, for the drone. Thank you, Tom Thomason, for the GoPro.
There was something I wanted to say, but I'm not sure. I didn't really remember it anymore, so what are we going to do about that?
Yeah, we're just going to let it go.
Okay, so people, if you haven't yet, just like the video and go to Instagram. That's it.
And Luke, thanks for $20, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Luke.
You're the man. Bye-bye, guys. If I can figure out how to turn this thing off.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah, it will just be us talking for like half an hour.